Hello and good morning. So today I thought that I would skip the vlog and do like a more serious video that I've been wanting to do for a while. I just never thought that it was the appropriate time. I've never really been sure that I want to do it or not until today, so that's what we're gonna do. From the title of this video, you would know that this is gonna be like my how to get over your breakup, how to move on type of video. And I know that everybody is different and everybody copes differently, but this is personally just the way that I was able to get over my partner of so many years. This video is not for people who like have a week broken up with their partner and know that they're gonna get back together with them in a few days. Like, it's not for people who are on and off. This is for people who actually are serious and actually want to move on and get over their exes. Oh, shit. I don't claim that this is the only way to do it. Like I said, we're all different. This is just what worked for me, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm no therapist, although I like to think that I am. I'm no therapist, I'm no counselor, so yeah. So last night was when I decided that I would do this video, and I started writing some notes. I have them all written down. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm reading these notes. In my opinion, the first thing that needs to happen when you go through a breakup is you have to allow yourself to feel hurt. And I'm going to put that on big letters on the screen because I just can't stress that enough. You have to allow yourself to feel hurt. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling mad, you're angry, you feel betrayed, whatever it may be, just allow yourself to be that. Really feel that shit. Take it all in, because you don't want it to keep coming back later on. So you might as well just, it's like ripping off a bandage. That's like what I can describe it as. So just let it all in, everything. If you have to cry all fucking night for several nights, then do that. You just lost a part of you, a person that was so close to you and at one point you thought was your soulmate. So whatever it is that you may be feeling, let everything in. It's so essential. And I'm not gonna lie, this shit hurts. It is so sucky, and if you have been there, then you know what I'm talking about. You know that it's not just an emotional process, it's a very physical process. You feel that shit in your core, and it sucks, but again, it's an essential part. Number 2 would be take your time to grieve. Don't throw yourself into the clubbing and the partying and the drinking and the girls and the guys and all that fake shit, pretending that you just don't give a fuck about your ex, because 9 times out of 10, do you know who you're going to be? You're going to be that person that goes out and gets drunk as fuck and ends up either calling your ex or showing up to their house crying about how much you still miss them and how you want them back. Trust me, okay? Just stay away from all of that. Take time to yourself. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be hurt. Just listen to yourself and to what your heart is telling you. Don't let your friends tell you what you need to be feeling, what you need to be doing. Fuck them, okay? They're the ones that end up calling their exes at 4 a.m. and we're not trying to be that, okay? What you don't want is to suppress your feelings, because naturally they'll only keep resurfacing. Take your time, however long it takes. It may be a couple weeks. It may be a couple months. For me, I know it took me about 2 months before I could move on to the next step, which is accept that it is over. Now this takes courage. This is where you just have to grow some balls, you know, and put on your big girl panties, because this is the part where we block them. And I mean block them from everywhere, girl or guy. You block them from your messages, your Snapchat, your Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere where they could possibly reach you and interrupt your process. You block them. Along with blocking them, you have to delete everything, and I mean messages and photos. And I know that photos for some people are like a really big deal, and it's what hurts them the most, but you just gotta do it. This is why I said you have to have some balls, put on your big girl panties, and delete everything, girl. So after all of this, after you've accepted it's over, you've blocked them, you've completely just erased them from your life, this is now where you look into yourself. This part is all about you. We're done moping around, feeling sorry for ourselves and being sad over that person. Like, we've been there, we've done that. This is all about you. So again, this is where you just look into yourself and do whatever it is that makes you happy. Now, of course, depending depending on whatever you like to do, it'll be different. But for me, I like to work out and I like to work. So I got back into the gym, I got a job, I started being a lot more social. There's a difference between when you break up with someone and automatically dive into the clubs and the partying. It's like you're doing it because you know it's gonna hurt that person. A lot of people mistake fun for happiness. You know, if you do it that way, then maybe you're having fun, but you're not happy. At the end of the night, you're gonna feel like shit about yourself. And I know this because I have friends who do that. I've done it myself a couple times, and it's just not fun. That's why I suggest that you hold off on the clubbing and the partying until this point. That way you know that you're genuinely doing it because you want to do it. And throughout all of this, what I think is so key is to have somebody by your side, somebody that you can count on, somebody that you can open yourself up to. It makes it so much easier, and it can be your mom, your sister, your friend, your cousin, a coworker, whatever. For me, it was my sister. She was such a lifesaver, and not saying that you have to rely on this person to help you get over your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend. You have to do that part yourself. But to have somebody that you can actually count on and open yourself up to really makes things a lot easier, trust me. The last thing that I want to make a point out of is don't put off meeting somebody new. Now, of course, make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Don't do it because you're lonely, you're desperate for affection or companionship. I would suggest going through all of these steps first before you think about moving on to somebody new. But the reason I say this is because a lot of the times after we break up with somebody, we think fuck guys or fuck girls, they're all the same, they're all gonna do me dirty, and that's just not the truth. I believe that we have to go through many heartbreaks in order to find the person that we're meant to be with. But of course, you never know unless you actually go for it. You have to have faith. Granted, this person might end up breaking your heart as well, but he might not, or she might not, so you really never know. I think closing yourself off is something that weak people do because it takes courage to have faith and actually go for it, you know, and jump into the unknown. That's how I think of it when I start talking to anyone new, is like you're jumping into the unknown. You just have to have faith, you know. So that's all I wrote on my notes. That's how I step by step got through my relationship. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen over a few weeks. It happened over many weeks. You have to give yourself time. It's all a process, and everybody's different, so don't feel bad if it takes you longer than it took me, longer than it took your friend or whatever. You are your own person, and you will get over it in your own due time. And above everything, you just have to have faith that you'll get over it, that one day you'll be fine. I know that a lot of people may feel like it's the end of the world, and I totally get feeling like that. I felt like that myself for weeks, but look at me now. And remember that it's called falling in love. There is in it the idea of falling. You know, you don't say rising into love. So you gotta have to just jump into it and jump into the unknown. Like I said, go for it, take a leap of faith. And unfortunately, you are gonna have to get your heart broken a couple times, and this might not be the last time you get your heart broken, but honestly, you just become somebody totally different after getting your heart broken. I feel like heartbreaks are necessary in order to grow because you learn a lot about yourself, and without realizing it, you become a lot stronger emotionally and mentally and in different aspects, really. I know when I was going through my breakup, it felt like shit. Like, it felt like I had just gotten my heart stomped on, like somebody just ripped my heart out of my chest. Literally, it felt that way. And at the time, I didn't really think that I would be saying this, but I'm actually grateful for that, and I'm thankful for that experience. As painful as it may have been, I don't think that I would have it any other way, and that's not something that I ever thought I would say at this point, but it just goes to show, like, you just never know what's around the corner. Acting like you don't care and acting like you're fine after you break up with somebody is just not real. I think everybody knows that deep down you're hurting and you're just putting up a front. So one, nobody buys that, and two, you're just hurting yourself so much more than you need to, because like I said, all that is just going to keep coming back, and it's going to just take you that much longer to get over that person. I know a lot of people that really struggle with moving on, and so I just hope that this video is able to help one of you at least. So there you go, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So if you're still watching, thank you so much, and I will see you in my next one.